Hey guys, welcome to UCD with StarCraft. I'm AlphaFerg, and I'm going to be doing just some light casting today, just some simple stuff because it's early in the morning. I've been working the last 4 days in a row, and I want to do some casting. So let's just go straight into the game. Wrong button. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be a game that was actually sent to me yesterday, and I got it this morning. So this is Joey Slot. And he'll be the red Protoss against the evil Zimzam. What a blue Protoss. This is going to be a PvP. It's going to be on, oh my god, Antiga Shipyard. And it is going to be exciting because Joey was definitely excited when he told me about it. Really quick, I am going to change this. I always forget to. That's okay. And check out some of my hotkeys. There we go. It looks like these players know each other, or at least ran into them in the ladder. Should have won the last game. Slot just saying, no gas, man. I can't win a game when I can't drive my car. I don't have any gas. So we will get into the game and see what goes on. If you are busy with finals right now, I'm really sorry for you, man. It gets better once you graduate, but definitely work hard in your finals. Do well in school, and you'll make a lot of money. Don't worry. Work hard, get paid. That's my motto. So both players playing very standard, no proxy. There's just pylons out here. There's no gas going down yet, so no early gas. No rushing to DTs, as sometimes we will see in PvP, but that's okay. It looks like Zimzam's just a little bit ahead and starting his gateway a few seconds early. We'll see what Joey likes to do. Yep, he's going to do a gateway opening as well. Nothing crazy. No site kind of forge and then rush everywhere and kill everything. No buildings going up in his base. Good thing to scout out all that kind of stuff. Definitely good. And it looks like Zimzam's throwing down his gas first. We'll see what he chooses to do with that gas. It's a pretty standard timing. Joey should be putting down a gas pretty shortly. There we go. Almost immediately after I say the words gas, he thinks it and he does it. What a good player. But pretty standard stuff. Joey's going to be a little bit ahead on probes because he delayed that gas. And look at this, double gas going down. So he's going to do some sort of tech. Maybe Robo. I really like Robo, but he might even do Stargate. It looks like this is the first probe going out on the map. It's just going to do some scouting for Zimzam. Going to look around. It looks like there's an Automaton 2000. And we'll go back on the probe. Don't know why I didn't camera follow there. But this probe is going to look around, and it looks like Joey is just not worried at all about scouting. That's okay. He's getting double gas. You can see his gas income is going to be a little bit behind Zimzam's for a while, but it will catch up. You can see it's... why is it not ahead? Oh, there's only two. There's only two in gas. What could it mean? There's only 4 probes in gas. You're blowing up my brain, Joey. You need... because you need 2 assimilators to get 4 probes in gas, but it doesn't seem efficient to me. I don't know, maybe it's a very specific kind of opening. In the meantime, both players are getting their warp gate technology working on. Zimzam is substantially ahead right now. I would say almost 60, 70 seconds ahead, depending on how the chrono bursts will work out. But Joey does have these 2 zealots out here to defend. This one stalker is maybe going to be able to do some damage. Here's the zealot that typically accompanies that first stalker. But it's not going to be anything too crazy. Joey will have his own stalker out to defend this stalker zealot push, and it should be pretty standard openings right now. Look at this! This is a 4-gate, my friends. Welcome, my friends, to the 4-gate city, where the grass is green and the stalkers are pretty. Looks like Joey is now just sitting on these 4 probes in gas, and he has 2 gateways. Where is his tech? He's starting to... They're both actually stockpiling a lot of gas, but Joey is not going to be able to keep up with the production with only 2 gateways, and he's going to start getting a lot more minerals. It looks like Zimzam is just saving up for this warp gate to finish. He will soon morph all 4 of these gateways, into warp gates, and he's going to start this 4-gate push. He already has a stalker and a zealot, 2 stalkers and a zealot out, and then all Joey has are these 5 units. Looks like a nice 5-unit push here, and it's going to be pretty even. These stalkers are poking away at the lead stalker, but the zealots are coming in, so he's going to have to use these zealots to defend. It looks like Joey is actually doing a really good job, and he hasn't lost a unit yet, and Zimzam has lost 3, so he is way up ahead in the economy. There goes his first Zealot, and you can see this 4-gate production for Zimzam is way ahead of Joey's. But Joey has a lot of money. You can see he's putting down 4 more gateways here. There are 2 more gateways to add up to a total of 4. But he still hasn't even finished Warp Gate, so this is kind of worrisome. He does manage to pick off, 2 Stalkers there. Crazy! At the cost of a Zealot. That is a huge benefit for Joey. And he's going to probably be able to defend this. He's finally getting that Warp Gate. These Warp Gates are done. He's getting Zealots. He has a Sentry to hold. And he throws down an expansion at almost the same time that Zimzam does. So this is pretty crazy. Joey is just holding out for as long as he can. And he should be okay. It looks like he's definitely ahead in probes. So as long as he survives, it looks like the 4-gate, yeah, the 4-gate's definitely over. And he's setting up his own probe. Will they see this forward pylon? He sees the probe, he sees the warp in. Oh my gosh, the probe is going to go down almost immediately. Stalkers take the bonus damage while they're warping in, and these units are not going to be able to escape. The first Stalker going down there. The probe, get out while you still can, man. No, he's just going to sit there and die. It looks like another warp gate actually coming in to defend the pylon, working at the Zealot, and Joey might actually be able to save this push because he has a bunch of units here pushing in. This could actually get pretty scary, and oh my gosh, Zimzam has a ton of sentries, and you know what? He's supply blocked because he lost a pylon somewhere. So this is actually getting pretty crazy. The warp-in, actually, to keep the units in there, and he cancels. This is great. He cancels the Nexus, so Joey's Nexus is done. Zimzam hasn't even started. Zimzam needs to start his Nexus now, or he needs a 1-base push. He throws down a Robo, but he only has the money for a Nexus now. This is going to be such a delayed expansion, and it's horrible to see. It looks like Joey's getting Blink, which I really like in this kind of situation. You can just kind of do a hit-and-run attack to keep the other player on their toes. And look at this, he doesn't have an expansion. It's going to be 10 minutes in the game. Joey's working off a bunch of probes. He's going to be able to get double probe production, you can see, and Zimzam isn't even making a single one. Zimzam, you got to decide right now, man. If you're going to wait for the Robo, that's fine, but, you know, I'm not liking the 300 gas right there because you don't want to attack, be too aggressive with sentries. You can do that in ZVP, in PvZ, but in PvP, sentries just aren't as good as Stalkers, especially with this kind of blink technology. It looks like he's getting a robotics facility and he's getting a Twilight Council. He could almost get a Dark Templar Shrine and hope to spend some of this gas that way, and I wouldn't actually be against that, but it's so delayed right now that Joey is just getting a ton of economy. He's not too ahead on probes, but the more efficient mining here, he's going to be way up on gas. Let's see if he's, yeah, he's finally put three probes in this gas, so his gas income is going to be a lot higher in a second once these assimilators finish, and this is going to get scary. It looks like he's going to try to do a Warp Prism drop, but he's going to fly it directly over these Stalkers, and this push is going to be scary. Oh my gosh, he's picking off the Warp Prism. Only one Zealot gets out. Oh my gosh, a huge loss right there for Zimzam. Slot is way ahead right now. It looks like he's just going to push. He's actually just going to sit here, but there's no Expo. Joey is doing so much behind this. He's getting the Robo. He already has Blink finished. He'll be able to blink up with an Observer very soon. Zimzam just saying, oops, that didn't go my way. He just lost a ton of supply, and Joey's continuing to produce these 2 probes. He's refocusing on economy, and Zimzam, he can't even build probes. He doesn't have anywhere to put them. He can start long-distance mining. Sure, that's a great decision. So this is starting to look pretty poor for Zimzam. Joey just using some great timings there, some great opportunity, and really the hold is what impressed me. He built exactly what he needed to hold his base against the 4-gate, and Zimzam didn't commit. He didn't do it, and Joey managed to just get way ahead right now. And he's, you know, mining off 2 base. He's going straight to Colossi. Once he gets Colossi out, this push is not going to work because you can't fight Colossi without Colossi. It's kind of true at a certain point in the game. You can't fight Colossi without Colossi. The one thing that is saving him will be these Immortals. If he can get the Immortals to kill the Colossi very quickly, he could get ahead, but it looks like Joey is just scouting right now. Zimzam never expanded, so this is just going to be horrible. And Joey sees he's not going to expand. Joey's just going to hunker down and get those Colossi numbers up, get this extended Thermal Lance, and he'll be fine. Look at this. The Observer now is seeing everything. He's going to see that there's no expansion. Yeah, so there's no expansion. He's seeing the push out, and Joey's just going to build a Colossi. I wouldn't even be surprised if he throws down, like, cannons or something. As long as he holds the space, he'll be fine. He's going to start getting way ahead in economy. He hasn't focused too much on the probes. You got to remember to keep building probes and pylons, buddy. But that's okay, because he's actually behind in supply right now because he stopped focusing on his economy. But it's okay, because all he has to do is hold this, and he has Colossi. He has extended thermal lance. It's going to be done in about a minute or two. And actually, this might get a bit scary if he doesn't manage to hold this. He does have his own Immortals out. He's building a nice wall to funnel all of these units through. He should be okay, but this first Colossus is going to make a huge difference, and it's already out on the field. So it's going to be able to do a ton of damage. Extended Thermal Lance is halfway done. Colossus number 2 is coming out. And Joey can see exactly what's happening. It looks like here's a funny positioning for this pylon, as his stalkers don't have blink, so it's just going to get picked off. Not a great decision there. And there's another pylon over there. It looks like he's going to try to do a warp, and here comes the push! And oh my gosh. Joey was ready. Look at the force fields there. All the sentry energy spent on the Guardian Shield is just going to be nothing, and Joey actually has a lot of sentries here. He can just continue to force field the ramp, and still there's no expansion. Joey could even be scouting that, but it's not what matters. Here, actually, is a great move. He has the Observer up here, and he's just going to warp in 4 Zealots to try to take out some minerals, and it looks like Joey's going to defend it with a Colossus, which is perfect. But he's leaving his sentries here. Very important to leave your sentries here. And Joey, leave your sentries there. Joey, what are you doing? He's moving away. Oh my gosh. The entire army's in his base. That was exactly what Zimzam wanted, and Joey's going to now have to hold against a almost supply better, but oh my gosh, look at all these force fields. They're forcing Zimzam's army into a place it doesn't want to be. There's 2 Colossus now, and Extended Thermal Lance is done. These Zealots are going to do a lot of damage, but they are being roasty toasted, and they're not going to live very long. These Stalkers are doing massive damage. You can see the supply is starting to drop for Zimzam. A huge offensive blink to pick off these Immortals. It's not going to do too much damage. He's going to lose a lot of Stalkers, but it doesn't matter. He's going to keep these Colossus alive, and you can see another one coming out. He'll be able to rebuild an army with now his superior economy, superior production. Zimzam doesn't have a lot of hope right now. He's trying to throw down the Expo now, which is about, I don't know, 6 minutes too late. And he's going to try to hold off some sort of defense so he can defend against this Colossus push, but it's going to just be deadly. You can see the 4th Colossus. I believe the 4th Colossus. The 3rd Colossus is almost done. It should be another one on the way. Why you get so lucky, Noth Games? I know what Noth means. Noth Games. But Joey can see everything. Joey scouted the expand. He's going to take down this pylon right here, and this push should be the end of the game. It's not going to be able to be held with sentries. Not going to be able to be held with 5 units, and it looks like he's just going to move out. He's going to try to go on the offensive, maybe do some sneak attacks, but against Blink, against Extended Thermal Lance, it's not going to be very good. And Joey should be able to clean up this push with relative ease. Even these probes getting down here because they have nothing else better to do, and Zimzam's just going to GG. Well played by Joey. Almost fell for a few tricks there, but you know what? It's okay. He lives to fight another day. I'll be back later. See you guys.